All right, so let's talk about some things as we are closing up the semester so that people can maximize the amount of points that they earn here at the end. So I have commented on every multimodal project rough draft that has been turned in, and I've graded all the final argumentative research essays. So grades should be different right now depending on how well you did. And you still have an opportunity to obviously increase that grade because you have three things due here at the end of the semester. But the one I want to focus on right now is the multimodal project, because consider the word multi, so multiple modes. Some people did some modes that are not in the guidelines and don't really fit. So remember, your goal is to maximize the reach of your argumentative essay, not just do something that's online and is in some way tech. It has to be something that has a reach that the public can view, and there could be a larger population of people who could be persuaded by your information than just the people in our classroom or the, imaginary abstract four walls of an asynchronous online class. So what I want to do is focus everyone back on the guidelines that clearly have options. Make a Canva infographic, record a video, design a t-shirt, advertise the t-shirt, record a podcast, design a poster, create a Canva newsletter. All those things have different aspects that make them good, bad, persuasive, non-persuasive, effective, not effective. So you want to make sure, if you do an infographic, you're not just copying and pasting whole paragraphs out of your essay and just plopping them in there. You want to make sure that you put enough time and effort into the multimodal project as you would into the rhetorical analysis essay or the argumentative research essay. So with that being said, some things to keep in mind. Number one, make sure you have a diverse range of modes. You have 7 listed here. You also have examples and samples that I've posted from other classes that I've taught. And you want to make sure that you pay attention to, how do I create this to be as effective as possible? I said on a previous video, if I'm going to do a podcast, it shouldn't just be a minute podcast. It's not really effective. And watch out for trying to get credit for 2 things when they're really just one. So I'll give you an example. Do an infographic and then put the infographic in a video and just read the titles of each of the headings in your infographic and try to consider that as another mode. It's not, it's the same content. So yes, different mode, but you're trying to get credit for the exact same thing. Or I created 4 things and I housed them on a website, and I say the website is a 5th thing. It's not, because it's not new content. It's just a place where you're housing the 4 things that are in your project. So remember, you need 5 legitimate, on their own, creative pieces that, number one, have a reach beyond our classroom. People could actually access them. Number 2, they're engaging, which means, in our class, you write a paper, I have to read it because I'm your professor or your instructor, and I'm going to be grading it. But you need to think outside of what's going to make somebody view your infographic? What's going to make somebody stay on your reel? What's going to keep somebody listening to your podcast? What's going to make your t-shirt popular enough that somebody might want to buy it, or go beyond buying, that somebody would actually wear it? So those are the things, or even understand what, some people just put a design on it. Not very clear what the argument is, or there's just a front, there's no back, or there's a back but there's no front, and that space that can be used. Or my poster is a ton of text those are things that you need to think about as you're going through this. So we're at the draft stage, and if you turned in 5 things, I gave you full credit, even if there were a lot of things that needed to be fixed before next week. So maximize the points that you get by looking at my comments, and if you have any questions or concerns, send them my way. Raise your hand by sending me an email, and then look at the rubric. So conventions and mechanics are on there. You know, I got an infographic, but things are not capitalized correctly. There are a lot of spelling errors. Purpose and audiences, research, is there a works cited page? I've talked about those things before. Where are you getting your information from that you're using in your different modes? All right, what else do you have due? You've got a course reflection. So just throwing it out there, I have people sometimes not use AI all semester and then for some reason use AI in the course reflection. It's not pointless busy work to do the course reflection. It's actually a part of the goals of the class for you to think metacognitively about your thought process during the class, be reflective about your growth as a student. But it has to be your work. I mean, it's about you, so the goal would be you do it yourself. So it's kind of disappointing when sometimes people turn in things that are AI generated and are just fluff, you know, because AI is just giving an example of what a course reflection could possibly look like. And there's no real depth to it or actual personal detailed information about thought process, writing process, changes from assignment to assignment, stuff like that. And then your project rationale is the third thing. This be a great time. Like, let's say I got 25 points for my multimodal project draft. There are a lot of things I need to fix. So as I fix them, maybe I'm typing up my rationale and I'm talking about what I did, my instructor comments, and what I'm doing to then fix and put in the time to make it as good as possible. That would be an easy way to get the rationale done while you're revising your multimodal project, taking my comments into account, and then maximizing the points you get on the project, as well as your rationale, and then write up your course reflection. What have you learned? Assignment to assignment, and go from there. All right, and then you turn it all in, and then hopefully we end the semester on a strong point. So it's been great teaching you. Feel free to reach out through email as we close things up, and I wish you much success as we finish up the semester.